Look at her.
Tyra.
Miss Tyra Sanchez, the winner of your season.
Yes. I love Tyra. I think she is fabulous. I think she did a really good job on the season that I was on.
Yeah.
And she's very talented.
What do you think's going on with her right now? Because she's now Tyra 007. She doesn't even want to be Tyra Sanchez anymore.
Oh, she's 007
That's
now?
what I heard. And also that she, there was that whole thing that happened with DragCon where I
called her.
Yeah, what? Please, I haven't seen her since she was on Qween. So let us know what's going on with Tyra because we got a lot of love for her over here.
So I seen all this going online and I'm like, I see all these people like have so much to say about this person and saying all these mean things. And I'm like, this has to come from somewhere deeper or there's misunderstanding somewhere. So I'm like, let me call her and find out what's going on. I'm like, hey girl, what's up? And I'm like, what's going on? What is all this stuff I see? You gonna blow up? She's like, girl, I'm an artist. Tyra's a cartoon character. And if you notice, like all her stuff had been illustrations of Tyra doing all these other things. So, and I was like, okay, I get that. But people, I'm like, you understand people are thinking. Like they literally think that you are going to do these things. And the boom with the time watch or the stopwatch or whatever, that's the name of her next single that was going to come out. So a lot of people didn't realize that that was going on. And I just take her word for it. If she doesn't, I mean, do you believe that she's going to go blow up?
No, definitely not. But this is not the time, probably,
and I told her,
to make it seem like that at all. It's not doing her any favors.
No, you can't. And the thing is I think her whole winning was very controversial, as most winnings on Drag Race are. And I think people are really tough on her. She did really good on our season and she won that season. She had the best track record. And people need to stop saying that she was robbed. Even though like all the queens that were on that season are all great and fabulous, she won the crown fair and square, and we need to stop being so mean to each other because we create these monsters. We
Agreed.
Created that monster that we're all afraid of now by saying that she didn't deserve this or that she's weird or misunderstood. I mean, yes, she's a young parent too. And then she won all this. She went from sleeping on the floor to getting a $20,000 check and traveling around the world. We have to consider all those things too, because when I was 21, if I was in that same place, I probably would have made a whole bunch of crazy mistakes. And so.
I agree. We need to show Tyra some more love because she doesn't deserve to be treated so mean.
No.
Though I would know and Lady Red would agree. Maybe making it seem like you're going to blow up DragCon is not a great idea.
Yeah, no. Like just be fierce. Show up and be fierce.
There you go.
Exactly. All right, Tyra, we still got love for you, sweetie. Look at her.
Gia. We always, whenever I call her, she calls me. We're like, dinner's ready. Because there's a Violet Chachki song that she says that in.
Yeah.
And so we say that. I don't know why, but we do.
Now, Gia has also publicly gone through her transition.
Yeah.
Did you guys talk about that at all when it was happening?
We talk about it occasionally. Yeah. I'm very happy for her that she realized that and is able to like physically move on with it. I think she has I don't know. I see that she does all the videos and stuff like that, and she talks about her transition, and I'm like, I can't even imagine talking about myself like that all the time. In
what way?
Just like talking about transition is like in the beginning of it anyway, because like she's like the early stages of it. I didn't know much about it. I learned as I went.
Is there anything you told her that she should look out for, or just wanted to be supportive?
I'm just supportive. there are things that I try to help her with and warn her about and stuff like that. But things are much different nowadays than they were whenever I came out. Like there's a lot more resources and everything. And now these trans kids are coming out and at 18 and they're superstars and have millions of followers and and I think that's awesome.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Look at her.
That's my sister, honey.
Yeah, it's Shangela.
Yes.
Your Hollywood sister.
We got really close on Drag Race too, even though she was only there for one episode. I helped get my sister together for promo day. And we've been close ever since.
And you must be very proud of how she's doing now.
I'm proud of her. I'm like, I get gagged, or I gag when I think about like when I've stayed over at her house and Jennifer Lewis comes downstairs.
Wow.
Like, what is this white bitch doing in my house?
Lady Red, that sounds like a dream, doesn't it?
I love Jennifer Lewis.
Baby,
oh
she
my
is
God.
Everything.
One time I called one of my friends from Atlanta who's obsessed with Jennifer Lewis, and I just pressed call and I didn't say nothing. And then whenever I left, I was like, "You see whose house I'm at, right?" He was like gagging, and she actually
she's like, "Who is this white bitch recording my house?"
Yes. Well, she actually said happy birthday to him on the phone.
That's great.
Yeah. So I did.
Sweet.
Do that.
You did your duty.
Yeah.
All right. Look at
Carmen Carrera.
Carmen Carrera. Now,
she's so fucking gorgeous.
Is so stunning. Now, people try to pitch you guys against each other sometimes. Is that right?
Yeah, but that's how the world is. It's like, oh, well, this one's this too. So we have to like, why can't we just all be different and get along? I like Carmen. I think she's gorgeous. I think we kind of helped each other. I remember when I first met her, we were in New York and we bonded because we have the same tattoo. And Raven actually has the same tattoo as well.
Wow.
Rihanna has this tattoo, and I think Lindsay Lohan has this tattoo.
Oh, it's very glamorous grouping.
Yeah. So that's when I first met her. She was living as a boy then, and then she came out here and I was like, "Are you trans?" And she's like, "No." And then her season was airing. Then she talked to me and she said to me, she's like, you inspired me to get on Drag Race, and you helped inspire me to like even transition. So I thought that was really cool of her to say that to me. I don't know if she'll remember that, but we were upstairs at Mickey's and she said that to me, and I that makes me feel good because like, look at her, she's a fucking model and she's gorgeous and a lot of people look up to her, and props to her.
Stunning sisters. Look at her.
Miley.
Now you got to perform that big Drag Race VMA number.
Oh, I love her. We're actually friends.
Really?
From that, yeah.
Fun. Tell me about that.
Oh God, she's super cool. We were at rehearsal and I just smell weed behind me. And at the time, I smoked cigarettes, and she came up to me and she grabbed me and she was like, stuck her face into my chest, and she's like, "Oh my God, you smell so good." And I'm like, "I smell like cigarettes." She's like, "I know." She's like, "I miss smoking." And so she doesn't smoke anymore, which she shouldn't. And I don't smoke anymore either. But that was so cool. And I just remember after the performance was over, we went to an after party, and then she gave me a bracelet to go to that after party.
Wow.
And she was just really cool, and she grabbed my cell phone and she's like, "Here, you have to call me." And we've been texting for like 3 years now.
Wow.
Yeah, and I like have a love for bees and stuff like that, and like I was like talking to her about it, and she told me that I helped inspire a song that she wrote.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
awesome. So I think it's the song that is called Inspired, because like the first sentence it talks about bees. So I'm like, maybe that's the one that she's talking about. But no, she's super cool, down to earth girl. Like she seems like somebody who I would grow up with in my neighborhood, like in Georgia, and yeah, she's just a really like normal person that gets to do something like awesome,
Love it. All right, last but not least, sweetie, look at her.
Ru, Mama Ru. I love Ru. I've always loved Ru since like I've seen her on television. As a kid, my mom used to clean houses, and I remember the first time I ever seen RuPaul on TV was, I think it was either MTV or VH1, and it was Supermodel, and I just remember thinking, that's everything. You know, like, how did she get to dress up and not get in trouble? But when I dress up, I get in trouble. I've always looked up to Ru. I went to have all the CDs, and I went to Star Booty when she came to Atlanta for her microweaves. They were like, I guess, touring at all the little gay theaters. Yeah. And she was there, and she talked to me, and she came in like drag, like Star Booty drag, white afro, purple dress. I was in the concession. Everyone was sitting down, and she comes in late. I guess that used to be her thing, to show up late. But it was just so fabulous. She comes in, there was like people with, it was like a little camera, nothing, whatever. She runs in, and I think does like a little 10-second interview or whatever, and then goes in her seat. And I was like, oh my God, this is like really happening, RuPaul right now. And we talked. I wanted a picture, but she didn't take a picture with me. She said, if I take a picture with you, then everybody else is going to want a picture in here. And I was like, okay, I get it. But my friend did take a picture of us, but I don't know where that picture is. Like,
well, luckily
it wasn't like an official.
Of pictures of you guys near each other from Drag Race.
Yeah, the last picture I took with her was from DragCon, this past DragCon in LA, and she was so sweet, and I just really like RuPaul. I think her mind is amazing, and I think more people should like listen to her because she's really, really smart, and I think she has a different way of thinking, and that's why whenever she might say things that everybody gets upset about, I just think, like, I know she has a good heart, so I know she's not saying anything like malicious to like really hurt anybody. She's just a human like all of us. If we were all perfect, we'd be hanging on crosses. And I love her. I look up to her, and I hope she casts me for All Stars season 5.
Fantastic! Yeah! All right, Sonique, thank you so much for being here, sweetie.
Thank you.
Did a great job. You changed outfits. You look stunning.
I did. I had one more, but it's cool.
Lady Red, how come you didn't change outfits? Because I don't want to. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on Hey Qween, and look at her. Hit it! Look at her. That's right. Yeah, look at her. Sonique serving it so well. Look at her. Look at her. Bye, baby. Fly away, camera. See you later, camera.
Bye.